Hello, how's it going everyone? Today I am finally filming an Empties video because I'm moving. Yup, I am moving. I thought my video after this one would be my deep conditioner mega review, which I now think is going to be a tier list video. So let me know, are tier lists post-peak on the trend curve? If they are, I don't care. I'm still gonna do one. But actually, things are getting really hectic with the move. I will mention, you know, in my next video where I'm moving. Some of you already know, some of you don't. But with that said, the next video you see will probably be an apartment tour. And when you see that apartment tour, I will no longer be living in this apartment. I'm trying to make this move totally in my car. So I've been using up a ton of beauty products. So I'm gonna try and just go through real quick. You guys know how an Empties works. Some real pithy, quick reviews of all these products I've used up. But with that said, we do have a sponsor for today's video, so I wanna mention that real quick. Today's video is sponsored by Ana Luisa again. Ana Luisa is currently having their biggest sale of the year, which can be the perfect treat or gift, depending on your 2020 vibe right now, you know? The sale will go through December 26th. There's ready to go gift boxes, other personalized gifts, and there is also speedy worldwide shipping, which is good to know. I'm a big fan of the brand. I really like their messaging as it relates to sustainability. The brand is totally carbon neutral. They have fair pricing, really great quality, and they do limited batches, which is amazing. That means you don't have excess products out there floating around. It's not a waste of resources. The sale includes buy one, get one 40% off, plus a free travel case on orders over $150. I am decked out. I've got my ear stack today. That's totally Ana Luisa. So I'll zoom you in real quick. So we've got this simple ear cuff, which I've been wanting an ear cuff for the longest time. You just literally pull these on. I'm sure most of y'all are familiar with that. But yes, this was $35. It's sterling silver, but 14 karat gold plating. The next one in, we have these Suzanne little huggy hoops, and these are $59. These I thought were super cool. This is the Rox Mini. They come in a larger size as well, so you could stack both of them, which would be really cute, but I just have this size, and these are $59. They're sort of like a long, like rectangular sort of hoop, kind of cool. You guys probably remember these Celeste earrings from my previous Ana Luisa sponsor. So you've got a moon on this side and a star on this side. And I have my rope slim ring, also from the last video. This is $49. There will be a link in the description box, of course, to shop from. Thank you again, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring this video. And with that said, let's go ahead and get into the Empties. I feel like I need to organize these real quick, so one second. Okay, so I'm going to kick things off with some body stuff. And really the only body stuff is Nécessaire. I mean, guys, we've got so many Nécessaire products. I promise that I would talk about this stuff, so I just wanted to have it as the first thing that I talk about in this video. First and foremost, let's talk about their body washes. I have used up a sandalwood scent, and I've also used up a bergamot scent. I'll hold these up to the camera because your gal is busy and I am not going to film any B-roll shots today. Nécessaire is a more gentle brand if you have any sort of like different skin conditions. People who have suffered from like KP really enjoy these body washes. But just from glancing at this, I see even like niacinamide is in this wash, which is very interesting. That's an ingredient that's usually included in skincare. So Nécessaire has this philosophy where it's kind of like skincare for your body. Long story short, I really enjoy these shower gels. I'll probably get the eucalyptus one next. I have a eucalyptus body scrub right now, or I'll probably get the fragrance-free version. In terms of fragrance, the sandalwood one, it permeates the entire space when you use it. To me, it was a little headachy inducing. I got kind of sick of it after the first couple of uses, I won't lie. So won't repurchase this. The bergamot one was nice. Bergamot is kind of just like a nice citrusy kind of scent, but honestly it smelled so dang similar to this. So I don't think I would repurchase that one either. As much as I really enjoyed this body wash, like I said, I would get the other two scents. I also used up a fragrance-free body exfoliator. I've talked about this body exfoliator in a favorites video before. They combine chemical exfoliants and physical exfoliants in this. It's very gentle. So yeah, I've already repurchased this. Will continue continue to repurchase this. I clearly used up a fragrance-free body lotion. I believe they only have fragrance-free in their body lotion. This was nice, but even living here in Minneapolis, I used this I think early into like spring, summer. I feel like this was not heavy enough for my dry skin. Maybe if I layered this with the body serum from the brand, it would have been nice. This is also full of a ton of different vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin B3, vitamin C. The list goes on and on. I don't want to say I wouldn't repurchase this. I might repurchase this someday down the line with the body serum, but then things get pretty pricey at that point, I won't lie. I think you can get a bigger bang for your buck in the body lotion department. I use the Ceromedics. I believe I talked about that also in a favorites video, which is cruelty-free, vegan. It's kind of like the cruelty-free version of CeraVe, so I would recommend that over this. And this is actually technically not empty, but since I am moving, I am done with it. This is the Nécessaire Deodorant. I've mentioned in a previous video, I think it was my vanity tour, I am not someone who is fearful of antiperspirants. I don't think you should be either. Studies have shown that there is no link to any sort of scary thing that could happen in your body. It's all fear-mongering, but if you are someone who enjoys deodorants, there's nothing wrong with that. Like deodorants over antiperspirants. This one just ain't it for me though. The scent is fine. It is that true like eucalyptus scent, which is kind of like a warm, minty kind of smell. Sorry, this is disgusting. It comes up as a cream through these holes, and I just feel like things just stay very wet under the pit for too long. I much prefer the By Humankind deodorant as well as the native deodorant. If you were going to try something that was like just a deodorant, not an antiperspirant, I would skip this. Okay, last body product that is not Nécessaire is the Ouai shower gel. Again, I'll kind of breeze through this because I talked about this in a favorites video. Chef's kiss. Smells so good. It doesn't have any sort of stripping sulfates in it. It's got a really nice musky, kind of warm, sweet floral scent. Beautiful. We'll continue to repurchase this. Let's start getting into some face stuff. I'll actually do makeup first. I have a Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the color Cashew, and this lasted me a long time. I'm pretty sure I bought this my senior year of college. Hello, your girl is not in college anymore. This does have a light fragrance to it, just so you're aware. I liked this stuff. It's pretty finely milled. I don't think I would repurchase it though, just because, I don't know, I'm always trying a different powder. So since I only kind of keep one on hand at a time, I don't see myself returning to this anytime soon. The color Cashew did work well on my skin tone though. So overall, I recommend it, but I'm kind of like neither here nor there on it. Of course, we have a couple Glossier boy brows. What can be said about boy brow? Pretty much everyone has used it at this point. If you haven't, she's just like a standard go-to. It's good. I can't say it's not good. I've also got a brow flick. I use these on the daily. This is in the shade brown. I always keep a brown and black on hand to create dimension in the brow. So I really like these. I still would be open to trying like a different brow pen though, so let me know what your guys' favorites are down below. Last Glossier product, I have a lash slick. This has been my go-to for the past like 6 times I've purchased mascara, guys. It's pretty wild. I'm ready to try something different. I think I'm finally going to try the Thrive Cosmetics mascara. I don't want to lie to you. The reason I've been putting it off is because I don't like the packaging. I think it's ugly. All right, there, I said it. I think this packaging is so much cuter, and since I have such a minimal, not such a minimal collection, but a more minimal collection, I really try to keep myself from buying too many things by being like, is it cruelty free? Is it like totally functioning in the way I need it to function? Does it have beautiful packaging? And by checking all of those boxes, it really minimizes what I end up spending money on, which is good because I can accumulate a ton of stuff if I'm not careful. So it's important for me to have check boxes, but gosh darn it, I've heard so many good things about that mascara. So I think whatever. I think I'm gonna try it. Let me know what your other favorite lengthening mascaras are that don't give you raccoon eyes, that are easy to wash off. I'm open to other recommendations as well. A couple mascaras that I won't be repurchasing. I got a sample of the Milk KUSH mascara. I have used this back in the day in a full size. This gave me raccoon eyes. It's also, we'll do the beauty guru thing for a second here. Boom. Such a big brush. Even in this tiny little travel size one, it's so major. I just find it hard to maneuver around the eye. Like I said, it bleeds. So really I'm like, no. moving on. I also finished up an ILIA Limitless Lash Mascara. This stuff was fine, but also I find that it doesn't, just something about the Glossier Lash Slick, like not only is it very natural, it's what I'm wearing today, it's very natural, it's very separating, it's lengthening, but it truly, even when you're wearing it with the Glossier Stretch Concealer, which can make so many mascaras bleed under the eyes, this paired with the Glossier Concealer just created a bad concoction under the eyes. So unless I change my under eye concealer anytime soon, which I probably will be because I'm finally almost hitting pan on my Glossier Stretch Concealer as well, which I've also had probably since college, then I'll be open to trying this mascara again maybe. But for the time being, I won't be repurchasing this. But I think it does a really nice job of quickly darkening and lengthening the lashes. I feel like the Glossier one, you really have to work to build up. So if you want something that's like quick and easy, I actually do still recommend this. Finally, I used up a baby hair brow pencil from Uoma Beauty. I enjoyed this, but I'm not really a brow pencil person. I've come to the realization I'm a brow pen gal, I'm a brow gel gal, and that's pretty much it. I feel like these really fully filled in sort of brows I'm not into, and I have a hard time making realistic brow strokes even with a really thin pencil. I just feel like it still ain't it chief for me, just since I have very minimal brow hairs. So this worked well. Would recommend if you have more brows than I, but probably won't be repurchasing in the near future. I feel like I'm being harsh on these products today, guys, but I just gotta keep it real. As we transition into skincare, here's kind of an in-between product. We've got a little lip balm. There's actually a teensy bit left in this, but I just wanted to mention it. This is the Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm. Talked about this in my vanity tour. Holy grail. Will continue to repurchase. I slather this on real thick at night as a lip mask and just pop it on during the day. It's got SPF 25 in it. I've already got like 6 backups, so love. Some skincare stuff. I have a couple Alder New York things. This is the Everyday Face Cleanser. I talked about this way back in a favorites video. This is really nice. It's fragrance free, simple, straight to the point. Love that it has like a pump. Love the beautiful packaging. It looks really nice sitting out on your counter. A cleanser's a cleanser. I don't think you should ever spend too much money on a cleanser, and I think this one's a good like sweet spot in terms of price point. And then I have the Everyday Face Moisturizer from Alder New York. Their whole thing in this brand is they're trying to put a lot of things into very minimal products, which I really appreciate. If you're someone who's interested in a very minimal skincare routine, I feel like it's a good brand to start with. They're also just very nice people. This has hyaluronic acid, it has aloe vera. So actually this is something as I move where I'm moving. I almost spoiled where I'm moving. It's a drier climate, so I feel like hyaluronic acid will no longer be my best of friend. But if you live somewhere that's not super dry, I feel like this is a good option. Another moisturizer, the Oh So Simple Water Cream from Crave Beauty. Lots of people really, I don't want to say lots of people, a handful of people aren't a huge fan of this. They find it to be just too simple. I believe it only has like 10 ingredients, totally fragrance free. It's a very lightweight cream. This was perfect for me this past summer when I was struggling with my skin. I just needed to like reset, no fragrances, just keep things simple, and this was absolutely perfect for that. Realistically, there's just so many amazing moisturizers out there. I don't see myself returning to this anytime soon, but I think it's a great moisturizer for those of us with maybe oily combination skin. I've got an essence, which is interesting. This is from Purito. This is the Galacto Niacin 97 Power Essence. I made my first Korean skincare purchase like a couple months ago, and this went fast. This was my first ever essence. I wanted something small and quick to get the idea. This has like fermented ingredients, so it's supposed to be nice for kind of evening the skin tone. It also has niacinamide, which is supposed to be nice for your pores, making them appear very tight. This also has intensive sebum control. I would use this either morning or night. The nice thing about an essence is essences are very watery and hydrating, but they're different from a toner because a lot of toners can, especially a lot of like American toners, can be very intense. They can be a little astringent. Korean toners are definitely not that. They're all about the hydration, and since they're watery, they're a nice first step to put on before you put on any other sort of serum or moisturizer, because Estee said this in a video, and it's true. I've definitely heard this elsewhere as well. It's like if you tried to put a serum on a dry sponge, it would be a little difficult. But if you put a serum on a wet sponge, it just instantly soaks it up, and that's basically what essences do for your skin. So as baby's first essence, I really enjoyed this. But I'm on to other things, and again, I don't see myself returning to this anytime soon, so I thank you for your services, and we will move on. Couple serums. These guys basically do the same thing. We've got the Glass Skin Co. Daily Hydro Serum. This is a 1% hyaluronic acid and vitamin B5 serum. And then we've also got the Glossier Super Bounce, which is a hyaluronic acid and vitamin B5 serum. So yes, again, I won't need to focus as much on hyaluronic acid where I'm moving to, but these are really nice if you are someone who lives in a climate where hyaluronic acid works for you, if hyaluronic acid works for your skin. Basically, they're just very plumping, hydrating, nice serums. They're very simple and straightforward. You can combine them with any other sort of like actives in your routine. Both of these are great. If I remember correctly, I think the Glass Beauty one might be a better deal, and this is also a Black-owned brand, so we stan. Finally, I had tried a little sample of the Sunday Riley C.E.O. 15% vitamin C brightening serum. I actually really recommend, like, if you can find minis of vitamin C serums, that's like the best way to go, because I think a lot of us know vitamin C is a very, very unstable ingredient. It can go bad really quickly with exposure to air and exposure to light. Vitamin C's whole thing is, again, evening skin tone. If you have any sort of like spots left behind from acne, it's supposed to be good at, again, just evening things out. I'm trying to avoid using the word brightening or lightening, especially. Just trying to remove those words from my vocabulary, so evening. It's what vitamin C is good for. I really, really enjoyed this serum. I would buy it again in a mini size. I would not buy it again in the full size. I had gotten some sort of little like cystic spot that had left a mark, and I feel like this did a good job helping to brighten it up in just like a couple weeks. That is that for skincare. Let's get into the mega behemoth portion of this video, which is hair products. Being a biracial gal, a curly gal, a natural gal, this part of my body just drinks up products. Let's just dive in. Okay, so there's this brand called Miche, which is also Black owned, and I tried a little like sampler set from them, and then I also ended up getting some full-size products once I figured out what I liked. So let's just fly through these. I tried a Boost Hydrating Leave-In and Curl Refresher Spray. Right off the bat, I won't be repurchasing this. It's very intensely fragranced, which is fine, but I felt like I was pretty much just straight up spraying my hair with perfume. And it's also very thick, so it's a little hard to just like spray out. I think I much prefer just spraying my hair with water, or I always kind of return to the Carol's Daughter Black Vanilla Spray leave-in conditioner. So I like this. It smells nice, but it's just a little too strong for me. We've got the Cleansed, Moisturizing, and Cleansing Sulfate-Free Shampoo. Now this is holy grail. And I also talked about this in a favorites video. And I think I forgot in the favorites video to talk about the scent of this, but again, this does smell very strong, but it's not as intense like in your head as the Boost spray was, but it just smells like a pack of like sour candies. It smells so good. It is a very hydrating sort of hair wash. Well, it's a shampoo, but it's like the most slippy I've found in terms of like shampoos that I've used on my hair. I don't feel stripped at all when I use this. So this is something where I would actually straight up like just avoid any other shampoo and continue to repurchase this. In fact, I already have. There's a full size sitting in my shower right now. The Lavish Leave-In Conditioner. It's a leave-in conditioner. I'm someone who's always just trying different leave-ins. I thought this worked well. The scent, you ask? This is almost like a fruity baked good. Maybe not so baked. It's good though, whatever it is. This is aloe vera and avocado oil. So again, that humectant, the aloe vera, might be avoiding in my next move. If you live in a humid environment, I think you'll like it, but I think I'll skip it for the next time around. This Miche Quenched Hydrating and Twisting Butter, I liked, but you have to be so careful with. This smells similar to the leave-in conditioner. It's got some really nice rich butters in it, which is great. I think I need to try this again, even though I already used up a whole mini. I feel like I never quite nailed my technique. Hydrating and twisting butters are tricky for me because I never do twist outs, I never do braid outs. I'm just a wash and go kind of gal, or I do buns. But this, I feel like you can get a lot of white residue, white flecks, if you're not careful about how much you use. So I never quite found the sweet spot of not using too much where you get that kind of buildup, but then there was times where I just didn't use enough and my hair felt dry. So I feel like it's more of a me problem than a problem with this product, but we'll see. And then, oh, here's another Lavish leave-in conditioner, which is the same as this. You already heard my thoughts. Clearly I liked it enough to buy it at full size, but I'm good now. Another leave-in. This is the Curls Blueberry Bliss Reparative Leave-In Conditioner. I can't tell you how many of these I've gone through. For what it's worth, all of these hair products that I've talked about up until this point are silicone-free. This does also have aloe juice in it, so just something to be aware of. Again, as I use it up, I'll probably look for something that's a little bit less heavy on the humectants. This smells amazing as well. This smells like a blue Jolly Rancher. Some people hate it, some people love it. I love it. But this, honestly, in terms of how it works, is very similar to the Miche one. I feel like that was very confusing how I reviewed those. I would give them like a 6 or 7 out of 10. So it's like just past feeling kind of neutral about them. So it's like a little bit of a thumbs up, but it's like, you know? Okay, I think this is the last leave-in I have. This is the Verb Curl Leave-In Conditioner. I have an ongoing relationship with the brand, so they've sent me lots of their products. But this is something that I do enjoy. As a call out, you do have to be careful with white flakes with this as well. Again, I'm still figuring out how to strike the balance of not using too much or too little. I would say this is less hydrating than even these. It does have glycerin in it, which is also a humectant, but it's much further down the ingredient list. I don't know. Overall, I like it, but I will be trying something else. There's just so many hair products, guys, like so many and so little time to try them all. Couple more Verb products I'll fly through. The Verb Curl Conditioner. I will say I love the shampoo and conditioner in the curl line from Verb. I have absolutely no issues with those. The only thing to call out, there is dimethicone in this conditioner. I am not a super stickler about silicones, but I do try to avoid them when I can. I don't always avoid them. I keep a sulfate shampoo on hand just in case I've been using silicones, because that's the only way you can remove them. They're just not in my regular rotation all the time. But if you use this shampoo, or sorry, if you use this conditioner with the shampoo, they're designed to work together and you will get that buildup out of your hair. And it's not such a big deal. So I do like these and I would recommend them if you are someone who is a curly person and you don't have a problem with silicones. I think it is a good place to start. And then speaking of a product that does have silicones, that I actually used these up a long time ago and I do enjoy, but again, silicones aren't my first choice. They're not the worst. They're not the devil like some will have you believe, but I get it, they're just not everyone's fave. I have a couple Verb Ghost Oils that I used up. These are just kind of like a smoothing serum. I used this more back in the day when I would like straighten my hair, but I have not straightened my hair for at least over a year and a half now, and I don't really apply this to curly hair. So you could, I just don't. Bread Beauty, which actually I'm wearing their scrunchie today that came in the set with these. We've got the hair wash, which is a gentle milky hair cleanser. This smells like lemon Fruit Loops. It smells so good. This range doesn't have any silicones, any sulfates, any of that, so it is kind of like specifically formulated for 3A to 4C hair, as it says on the front. This hair wash I like, but I don't like it as much as the Miche one. I feel like I need to use more of it to get a kind of suds. It has no sulfates from what I can see. It still gets a really nice soft smoothing lather to it. As opposed to this, I feel like you just have to use more product. I feel like it kind of disappears into the hair really fast, so probably wouldn't repurchase, but would repurchase and have repurchased this Bread hair mask. Again, I'll be talking about this in my deep conditioner video. I think I talked about it in a favorites. This does smell like a yummy, sweet loaf of bread that's freshly baked. It smells so good. You only have to leave this in for 5 to 10 minutes. So to me, this is like a replacement for a normal conditioner in like a curly person's hair routine. I would never really just rely on like normal conditioner anymore. I pretty much deep condition my hair every time I wash it, except for when I use this. I feel totally covered just doing like a 10-minute leave-in in the shower with this. Really great slip, really easy to detangle with this. Love. Will always repurchase. Last couple of things. This unfortunately I don't think is cruelty free, but I had just bought it in a pinch one time. This is the Cantu Moisture Retention Styling Gel. I like it, but you can get a better deal with the Wetline Extreme Gel if you're just looking for a cheap hair gel. I feel like hair gel is like, I have a hard time spending a lot of money on it because leave-ins and deep conditioners and things like that are really deeply penetrating your hair and filling it with nutrients and yummy moisture, I feel like is worth the money spent. Whereas a gel that I kind of just use over the top of everything as a seal to make a cast and hold my curl, I'm like, why do I gotta spend a lot of money on that? So this is cheap, don't get me wrong, but you can find cheaper. Let me know though, do you guys have any hair gels that you splurge on that you really like? Because your gal is happy to splurge. Last prod, this is the main choice. Soft as can be, 3-in-1 Revitalize and Refresh Conditioner. It's a co-wash, it's a leave-in, it's a detangler. I bought this in Colorado in a pinch. Their Target had a sad, natural hair care selection, so I just saw this, grabbed it because I needed some sort of hair product. I don't like the smell, something about it. There's a warmness, there's a bitterness, there's a sweetness, but none of them like add up together to create something that I find enjoyable. I found I had to use a lot of this to detangle. Didn't love it as a leave-in. I'm not gonna dwell on this because this video is already getting too long, so I don't like it and I won't repurchase it. Eek, I really wanted this to be a short video, but I feel like I've talked so long. That is everything. That is all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this Empties video. Again, make sure to check out Ana Luisa's sale, and thank you guys again for sponsoring this video. With that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.